Welcome to the Smoke Learning channel. This video serves as a primer for the stabilization tools available in Autodesk Smoke. For those of you who have never done stabilization before, simply put, stabilization is the process of removing unwanted movement in your images. This could be for practical reasons like minimizing shaky camera movements, or visual effects reasons for controlling an area you are compositing. When you are working in Smoke, stabilization is available everywhere for quick fixes as well as advanced problem solving. A big point to remember is that you stabilize the image you are working on. This is different to tracking, where you track to another layer. You may already know this, but this will affect how you set up the workflow for any of these operations. Now here are the areas where you will find the stabilizer. You can access the stabilizer in the sequence through the Axis Timeline effects. This allows you to stabilize an image in the sequence fairly quickly. The next place you can perform stabilization is using the 2D Transform node in Connect Effects. So you could use the single node just for stabilization purposes and then move on to the next process. But you can also stabilize an image when compositing in the Action 3D environment. The tools can be found in the Action Object menu. And finally, the last tool that can be used for stabilization is Auto Stabilize. All the stabilizers, with the exception of Auto Stabilize, use the same tracking method with single or dual point tracking. Auto Stabilize uses a blanket coverage of trackers and solvers to stabilize an image. Now the workflows differ depending on how you access the stabilizer, but once you get into the tracking tools, the operation is the same. For each example, I will use one of the mentioned tools and workflows, but please be aware that all stabilization tools can do the same task, but it depends on the context you apply them. Finally, just a historical note. The Smoke tracking tool is called the stabilizer. This is because this tool did stabilization before it did tracking a very long time ago. So all the tracking skills you learn for stabilizing can be easily transferred to a tracking workflow. Ultimately, it's how you set up the stabilizer in each workflow for either stabilization or tracking. Let's move on to the first example of one-point stabilization. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Smoke Learning channel for future videos.